Hello. Um, this is my post Comic Con um, vlog thing. Comic Con was 5 days ago now. We went on Friday, which is odd. Not odd, but out of the ordinary. We usually go on Saturday, and we went on Friday this time. I still don't know why, but we went on Friday this time. It was really good. It was fun. Um, I went as Joseph Joestar. Ben went as Red Hood, which is a character I'm not familiar with, but loads of people seem to recognize. I think, according to Ben, he said, if you don't read comics, you won't know who Red Hood is. And I don't read comics, so I don't know who Red Hood is. And if you go to Comic Con, there will be comic readers there who will know who Red Hood is. So, yeah. And then there was Kea, and then Freddie and Charlie, Kea's friends. Yeah, it was fun. Um, there was the JoJo meet at like 2:30 or something. I got in a little bit of that. I arrived late, so they had to do just a couple groups of photos again. But yeah, it was fine. I got loads of stuff. What did I get? Let me bring up the picture right now. I got loads of prints, of course. Okay, in terms of cost, right? This time I ended up spending about the same amount of money as I did at my first convention in October 2022. 2 years ago now, wow. I've been going to conventions for 2 years. Dang. But yeah, I got a Mimikyu plush, which is cool. Spike's family Lloyd Forger figure, which I didn't actually take out of the box before I came back to uni. And a whole bunch of stickers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 9 stickers. Some of them were a gift from Kea, so thanks to her. I got a poster of Bucciarati, which looks really cool. Miles and Gwen, a poster of Miles and a poster of Gwen, and then a couple of Sailor Moon ones. So yeah, that's cool. I went as Joseph again. I think that's the last time I'll go as Joseph, to be honest. It's a little bit of a hassle with the hermit purple with the lights. Yeah. I also didn't get asked for a single photo this time. Some people did recognize the character that I was cosplaying, but no one asked me if they can have a photo with me, which is the first time that's happened. Um, Even when I went as Joseph last time in May 2023, I got asked for a few photos. Diego, I got asked for a few. Miles, oh boy. Finn, towards the end of the day, I think I got asked for photos. Um, this time, zero photos. I think part of the reason of that is because I was with Ben most of the day in his awesome Red Hood cosplay. And, people would see Red Hood and be like, oh, frick, can I get a picture with him? Um, and then sometimes I had to take the photos, which is fine. Um, but no one asked me if they could get a photo with me, which like I said is fine. But it was only something I realized after, like when we'd gone home. Um, what else is there to talk about? I went to not I well we went to a ghosts panel for the show Ghosts, the BBC show. Matthew Bainton and Lawrence Rickard were there, and they were speaking, and that was cool. And then they were taking questions from the floor. I went up. I was gonna ask. What was I gonna ask? I had them written down, and then I deleted them. I was gonna ask what was their opinion on the US version of Ghosts, because I have kind of mixed feelings on it. I think on the whole it's not very good, but some of the new ideas that they introduce about what the ghosts can do um, is interesting, and when they do stuff that isn't um, adapted directly from the UK version, that's when the show can be pretty good. Um, Most of the jokes aren't very funny, actually, but I think some of the ideas that they have are really interesting. So that was one that I was going to ask, and I think I had a backup one for if someone had already asked that one. But oh well. Yeah, so that was cool. What else was there? There was a like there were some people trying to recruit people for photography stuff, like, oh, come down to our photography studio in London or whatever. Um, and it was a bit, because one of them came up to me and was like, "Oh, I think you've got the look." I was like, "My cosplay is not very good. Are you sure about that?" They saw Ben as well, and then they were like, "Oh, you guys can put your money together and freaking book a session. Ooh, just for this con, it will be like a third of the price that it usually is." I don't know. I'd rather just completely forget about it, to be honest. Um, there was a giant Chewbacca, so that was cool. There was a Michael Jackson. There was a Michael Jackson cosplayer who recognized my Joseph, and then we just started screaming at each other like, "Oh my god! Oh no!" and all of that. So that was fun. That was towards the end of the day. Um, I don't really have much else to say about this convention, to be honest. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as the others. Um, and to be honest, I think part of that was down to me kind of fifth wheeling a little bit. You've got two couples and then me. This isn't even the first time it's happened. Like, it happened when I went as Diego. Um, and I've had pretty poor experiences with fifth wheeling in the past. Um, so that aspect of it, I mean, it was okay. Like, I get along with everyone, but no one else, I think, was available to come to the convention. Drew is yet to come to a Comic Con, and I really hope one day he's able to, because I think he'd really enjoy it. I think he'd have a blast at Comic Con. Um, yeah. What else is there to talk about? Someone asked, "Oh, where'd you get that bag? Like the yellow bag that I take to conventions to um, hold all of my merchandise and prints and stuff." But unfortunately, I got that one in like May 2023 or something. So I've had it for a while. Um, and I don't know if they hand out those bags anymore. There was another sort of yellow bag, but I can't remember what it looked like. It was sort of similar, but I only saw a few. Um, yeah, I really don't have anything else to say about this convention. There was other stuff that was also happening in my life that I've completely forgotten about. Um, I'm gonna give up on acting. Yeah, I don't. I think a couple of days ago I was just contemplating, like in the shower or something, and I was like, it's not really for me, you know. Um, I did a shoot with Benjamin and Ben Tivey. It was sort of teeny TV related stuff. I was playing Orion again. I haven't. Besides that, I haven't actually done any sort of acting or any on-screen stuff since Benjamin and I shot the Garden Fight remake in December 2023 and January 2024, the beginning of this year. So I'd gone 10 months without doing any sort of acting. Um, I was playing Orion, wasn't really feeling it. The shoot was fun and all that, but I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't like the lines. there's certain kinds of lines that I'm really, really bad at. Um, and these lines were some of them. And that kind of and that plus looking back on other films that I've been in, like Pen and Paper, which sucked. I'm So Proud of You, which sucked. Um, Divination, which I could have done better, but that was my second film ever. Um, just I look back on all of these films that I would never say I'm proud of being in for various reasons that I could go into and I might go into, to be honest. Um, and that just kind of makes me think screen acting, at the very least, is absolutely not for me. I already wrote off stage acting. Screen acting is also like I don't want to do it anymore. I guess it was fun while I had, I guess it was fun while I did it, but I don't want to do that anymore. And that has also partially impacted my motivation for voice acting as well, which makes me feel a little down, but potato, tomato in it. So, you know, yeah. Next convention, a Miles cosplay, casual Miles or Prowler Miles. Yeah, casual Miles is an easy one. I've said it before. It's an easy one. I've bought the grey hoodie. Currently looking at the red hoodie so I can cut off the red hood and stitch it to the grey hoodie. Grey hoodie is around somewhere, but I don't know where. So I was supposed to not answer the door today. So yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Prowler. Literally all that's left to do is the collar. Attach that to the thing. And then do the hair, which is its own issue. And then I'll be done. Knee pads and elbow pads, I don't think I'll bother with those. Compression sleeves for my calves, so I can tuck the trousers into something, is also something I've been considering for a while, but I haven't progressed on the Prowler cosplay for a while. So yeah, casual Miles, like I said. Looking at the red hoodie. I'll probably order that here soon, just to test ordering stuff here. The jersey, the custom jersey, I will definitely order that to home. I don't want to risk trying to order it here. I'm sure there's more customization I can do for the Jordans, the utility Jordans. I'm not sure what. I considered I think I mentioned it before, doing the lights. I don't know if I'm going to do that anymore. I don't know if I'll do that anymore because they're not very obvious. They're not. They don't stand out that much. So I don't know if I'll end up doing them at all. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Yeah, Comic Con was fun. I will not be doing Joseph again. I've done it twice. I can't be bothered to do it the third time. Next cosplay I repeat will either be Finn or Diego. Can't do Diego because I can't find the belt buckle that says Dio on it. Finn, I'd have to ask Benjamin to borrow the saber, and he'd probably also come as Kylo. And then eventually Ben will go as Kylo as well. So we got a Finn and 2 Kylos, which will be kind of cool. Miles, the suit sucks. So unless I really, really, really want to go as Miles again, I'm not wearing that suit ever again. And going as casual Miles from Into the Spider-Verse is not very. That's not a very noticeable one. That's not. Most people wouldn't recognize it. It's not very impressive either. So, yeah. I think next convention, I just hope I hope a lot of I hope more people can come. That would be fun. I like it when we've got a big group going to Comic Con, because the first time in October 2022, that was my first convention. Iggy, Ben, and Kea, I think. Kea's been to multiple. Iggy and Ben at the very least. Their first one was in 2019. I think it was it was in 2019. Iggy got a Keyblade, which is cool. Yeah. 2022, there was me, Ben. Iggy wasn't there. Me, Ben, Kea, Rowan, Edward, Benjamin. Iggy wasn't there. No, he wasn't. That was everyone. Me, Ben, Kea, Rowan, Edward, and Benjamin. Yeah, that was fun. The Spider Gang, that was great. Basically everyone coming in Spider-Man cosplay, that was really, really fun. So Spider-Man Miles is definitely getting pulled out again at some point. Prowler Miles is on its way. Casual Miles is on its way. I'll probably take that one to London Anime and Gaming Con as well. I guess, technically Miles is a video game character, because of the Insomniac Spider-Man games and Spider-Man Miles Morales. So, I get by on a technicality. I would also take it to a big Comic-Con if I really, really couldn't be bothered to either put together a new cosplay or recycle one of my other ones. Ben suggested the idea of one convention going all 3 days, and each day doing a different Miles Morales, which is a really cool idea, but it probably I'd have to think about it a little more. So, you've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as the days that you can go for a convention. Since I've done one Miles cosplay and I'm planning 2 more, that works out perfectly, 1 for each day. I thought about it briefly. I'd say if I had to do it, realistic order would probably be Friday, Prowler Miles, Saturday, Spider-Man, Sunday, Casual Miles. I'd have to do Prowler first, so if my hair is braided, I'd have to take out the braids. Yes. No. Okay, so Friday, Prowler Miles, hair is braided. Saturday, Spider-Man, hair is still braided so that it can fit properly under the face shell without having any of the bulge at the back because of how big my hair would be. Sunday, casual Miles, so that you know, Sunday casual miles, I would have taken out my braids the day before, so that I can actually have the hair sort of similar to how it is now. Um, that's how it would work. Although I think the order I'd say my perfect order would be like Friday, um, Friday Spider-Man, Saturday Casual Miles, Sunday Prowler Miles. Um, having I think doing like a sort of heavier cosplay, then basically no cosplay, and then another heavier cosplay has that sort of break in between. Um, and doing the casual one on Saturday means you can get all of the merch that you want. You can basically roam around as much as you want. That can be your day where you buy your prints, your plushes, your figures, um, and not have to worry about the bag looking out of place for the cosplay. And you don't have to put everything down every single time you're taking a photo. Um, so that's why I think it would work for that. That's an order that also makes sense and would be easier. But like I said, with the braids thing, it'll be very difficult to get it braided after the convention. In the evening after the convention and before the next one. Um, yeah. So interesting thought. But we'll have to wait for when we can all do multiple days, um, which will probably have to happen after uni. So yeah. And when I say after uni, I don't mean May 2025 because I would have only submitted my dissertation the month before. And Drew is doing a 4-year course, so he'll still be on his course at that point. Yeah. Ben's Red Hood cosplay was really, really cool. It was really cool. He got asked for pictures so many times. It was awesome. And he made a really cool edit as well of me and him, me as Joseph, him as Red Hood. It was a really cool edit. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I've spoken about what I'm doing for next con. I have to learn to sew. That's what the casual Mars thing is for. Um, I did some cooking yesterday, but like that's for another time. Um, so learning these various skills will be cool, especially for the Callie Marie cosplay, which is daunting, and I'm scared of it. And I think it's the hardest cosplay I'm ever gonna have to do. And I'm scared, So yeah, no, I looked through all of the ones that I have planned, and that is the most difficult because it involves sewing, it involves wig styling, which I've dabbled in with Diego, but literally I just got someone else to brush it, and I put the hat on a certain way. So, freaking holding the thing and then putting the hat on so that you've got the little strand of hair in the middle. But yeah, that's it. I think. Yeah, that's all for today.